The Perfect Goosies, a short film written and directed by Andrew Mudge, was produced in 2002 by Black Kettle Films. This short film describes the struggle of Goosey, a young boy who faces the challenges of being an outcast at a school where everyone appears to be outstanding. The young boy, dressed in his green sweater of shame, faces the oppression of the brilliant bullies dressed in their red achievement sweaters. The boy carries the shame of his green sweater as he deals with feeling unaccepted, unwanted, and unaccomplished. Through this short film, the director portrays the lonesome world of a boy who's never enough. Perhaps the theme of this piece can be summarized in one line: the depth of one's character triumphs over the value of material accomplishments. The intended audience of this film could be essentially anyone who has ever felt that he is not enough or unworthy. The audience could be expressly relatable to students or alumni of prep school academies who understand the brutal academic pressure in this type of environment. But Andrew Mudge seems to be making an even more powerful and political statement by addressing society as a whole to bring to light the cruelty and harsh environments of schools where children are expected to expand their educational horizons by learning about a vast number of topics with many different types of people and professors. The harsh fact of society seems to be that original thought is okay as long as it does not go against the opinion of the majority. And if one's thoughts, or in the case of this film, talents, be different than those around him, the most common response is to be bullied, cast out, and ill-treated. I believe Andrew Mudge was making a statement when he made this film. If the environment in which young children are supposed to blossom faces the bias and harsh expectations of society, how much more will society suffer from producing apathetic, materialistic, achievement-driven individuals? The result of this environment is not only unhealthy for students, but for society as a whole. On April 20th, 1999, 3 years before the creation of this film, the Columbine massacre took place in Colorado. This was the worst school shooting the United States had seen at this time. Many believe the motives of the school shooters, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold, stemmed from desiring revenge on their peers who relentlessly bullied them for being different and not including them in basic school functions. They were treated as outcasts and retaliated in a way that horrifically wrecked their peers, parents, and themselves. Not even a month after this event, Georgia passed its first anti-bullying legislation. Andrew Mudge created this film 3 years later to continue to raise awareness of the severity of bullying and its impact on children who are mistreated and are led to believe that they do not belong. High school students suffer extremely from an identity complex. Most people need affirmation and desire to have a purpose or talent to claim as their identity.
Andrew Mudge emphasizes this truth throughout his film by showing parents pulling up in cars with signs advertising the achievements of their children. He also demonstrates this in having the brilliant, belonging, bullying children wear red sweaters to show their pride and acceptance in a community of high achievers. While the viewers observe these golden children with their achievements, the viewers also get to see the character of these children when they address someone who is different. The young boy is teased and treated as nothing because his contribution to the school isn't an academic or athletic talent, but a gift that has everything to do with who he is and not what he has done. He is kind. He is strong. He restrains his anger, even when he is facing an unbelievable amount of hurt. Parents watch their children bully this young boy. This displays that the parents who are standing by and doing nothing are just as guilty of being apathetic and cruel as their children are, and basing their opinions solely off of his material accomplishments. The worldview this film showcases is a materialistic one. As we discussed in class and in the reading, a materialistic worldview claims that value is found in possessions, awards, or monetary wealth, and it places little value on cultural or spiritual endeavors. Andrew Mudge is communicating a political statement to society. Material achievements don't matter if they make you an apathetic person. Although he shows in his film that society holds a materialistic worldview, I don't believe he does. Through the context of his film, he seems to be scolding society for holding children to impossible standards and harsh expectations based off of a materialistic scale. Colossians 3:2 holds this truth: set your minds on things that are above, not on earthly things, for you died and your life is now hidden with Christ in God. As Christians, we recognize the blessing we have in finding our identity in Christ, not our accomplishments. We don't have to rely on material things to prove our worth because in God's sight, He sees us as His own, bought at a price. With this in mind, we need to view others as God's beloved, made beautifully and wonderfully in God's image. We should strive to not look at others with contempt because they do not possess the same qualities or attributes or accomplishments that we do. We shouldn't be jealous if they have some gift that we don't. In every way, we should look to encourage the hurting, welcome the lost, and always seek to do what is right in the eyes of God. Just as it says in Hebrews 10:24, and let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds. If one lacks empathy for others and kindness in his heart, what good is his accomplishments? One can have all the talent and qualifications, but if he lacks kindness and compassion, what benefit does he hold for society? Goosey may not have broken state records in track, or received the highest grade on his English paper, or discovered all the functions of an intricate particle within a cell, but he does give good hugs. The kindness of one person can leave a lasting imprint on another, and strength of character far outweighs a million trophies.